Hello, everybody. Welcome to Yoga for Self-Love with Kim. I am Kim. This will be a short, super gentle, calming, soothing practice today. So bring yourself to your mat. Find your way into a comfortable seated position. You can support yourself by sitting up on something if you like, block, bolster, or blanket. Take any seat that feels good for you. Shins crossed, legs wide, legs out in front of you, or you could sit up on the heels, bend the knees, whatever feels okay for you. Take a moment to get situated. Wiggle yourself around. Make any little adjustments. And when you feel ready, begin to find some stillness. If it feels okay for you, you can close your eyes or just find a soft and steady gaze. Begin to allow yourself to arrive, shedding off the rest of your day. No need to worry about what's happening next. Just allow yourself to be right here, right now, and taking this time just for you, for your yoga practice, being present with yourself, body, mind, breath, and spirit. And take a moment to check in and notice how you're feeling. Notice any sensations in your body. Any thoughts running through your mind? Any feelings or emotions that you might be dealing with? Notice your energy level. All of this without any judgment, just bringing in a playful sense of curiosity. And then take your arms, wrap your arms across your chest, bringing hands to shoulders. Just giving yourself a little hug, showing yourself a little love, TLC. And open the arms out to the sides and then cross the arms again, this time the other arm on top. And again, give yourself a little hug. You can drop the chin down to the chest if you like. Just give yourself a little snuggle. And give yourself a little smile. Thank yourself for showing up for you today. And then release the arms. And take your fingers into your ears. Begin to just gently massage the sort of outer ear, the conch of the ear, the folds of the ear. Not getting into the inner ear, just the outer ear. Just massaging around. The vagus nerve has some fibers reaching to the ear, the face, the throat, the neck. So we'll give ourselves a little vagal stimulation here to begin to bring in a sense of relaxation and calm and safety. And then take a little, grab your earlobes here, a little gentle pull, gentle massage, and then massage up the outer ear, from the bottom, the earlobes, up to the middle of the outer ear, the top of the outer ear, and give the ears a little gentle pull. And then let that go. We'll bring hands to rest on the cheeks. Just a gentle, loving caress. And then slowly begin to bring the hands down the face, down to the bottom of the jaw, down to the neck. Just gently pulling the hands down the sides of the neck to rest at the collarbones. You can place one hand on top of the other. And then release your hands down. And then we'll bring in some alternate nostril breathing to further relax our nervous system. So you can take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose or out through the mouth first, and then we'll begin. So deep breath in. And then let it out through the nose or sigh it out through the mouth. And then we'll take the right hand. We'll use the right thumb to close off the right nostril, and then we will alternate and we'll use the right ring finger, pinky finger to close off the left nostril. So we'll be switching back and forth, closing off each side. So let's start by taking the fingers closing off the left nostril, and then take a nice, deep, smooth, steady breath in through your right nostril. And then we'll close off the right nostril. Release the exhale out through your left nostril. Take a nice, deep, smooth, steady breath in through your left nostril. And then close off the left nostril with the fingers. Release the thumb from the right nostril and exhale out the right side. Take a deep breath in through the right side now and close that off. Release the breath out through the left nostril. Nice, deep, smooth inhalation through the left nostril. Close it off. Exhale out through the right side. Inhale in through the right nostril. And then close it off, and then we'll continue like this for a few rounds, moving from side to side, nostril to nostril. And then slowly release the right hand down. And take a few deep breaths. Now in and out through both nostrils. Deep, smooth, steady breaths. And then you can begin to slowly blink the eyes open. And then we'll gently start to move the body. Give the hands a little shake. And then inhale, draw shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, relax shoulders down. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, relax the shoulders down. And then let that go. If you're sitting on something, you can pluck it out from under you. Find our way over onto hands and knees, coming into a table pose. Spreading the fingers nice and wide. Lining the wrists underneath the shoulders. Knees underneath the hips. Hips about hip width distance. And then we'll gently rock the hips from side to side. And then we'll rock the hips over to the left. Bring your bum back towards your heels. And then bring it forward again, rocking hips over towards the right. And then you come back through center. And a few times, slowly circling the hips around, back towards the heels, over to the right, back through center, over to the left. And then switch the direction of your hip circles. And then bring your hips back to center. And then we'll bring it into some cat-cow. Inhaling as you soften the belly, lift the tail, draw the gaze up, draw the heart forward. And then as you exhale, press down into finger pads, round the back up towards the ceiling, look towards the navel. Tailbone drops down towards the mat. And as you inhale again, you slowly soften the belly, lift the tail, lift the heart, lift the gaze. On your exhalation, round the back up towards the ceiling, finding that cat pose. A few more times like this, following your breath, super gentle movements. And then bring yourself back to your table position, and then we'll begin to take a little peek over towards that left hip, making a little C curve with your spine. And then bring your head, tail back to center, and we'll take a little peek over towards that right hip. So right hip, head, drawing towards each other. And then you find your way back to center. And then a little peek over to the left again, finding that curve through the left side of the spine. Back through center, little curve over towards the right side of the spine again. Bring yourself back to center. Let's draw the bum back to the heels, coming into a child's pose. And then from our child's pose, we'll shift it forward, coming back into a table, back into our cow as we soften the belly, lift the heart and the tail again, and then let's round the back up, pull the hips back towards the heels, finding our child's pose, and then soften the elbows, pull yourself forward, find your way back into that cow pose. And then again, you find your cat rounding through the back, and then pull the bum back towards the heels. And then let's do it one more time. Soften elbows, pull yourself forward, finding your cow pose. And then rounding the back up, find your cat, and then bring the bum back to the heels, child's pose. Then we'll lift it back into our table. Here from our table pose, we'll keep the hips where they are. Begin to walk the hands forward, coming into puppy pose. You can begin to let the forehead drop down towards the mat. Maybe the forehead reaches the mat, or you could tuck a block underneath the forehead here. possibly lowering forehead down to block or mat. Just softening down towards the mat. And then if you like, you could come up onto the finger pads, feeling a little bit more opening and stretch through the armpits, through the shoulder girdle. And then planting palms back down, slowly walking hands back in. Tuck your toes under, press into the hands, slowly glide your hips up and back to downward dog with a generous bend in the knees, and then begin to pedal it out, finding some gentle movement, pedaling legs, or bending and straightening the knees, or any other movement that feels right for you right now. It's listening into your body. What does it want right now? What speaks to you, calls to you? What would feel good in your body? Rolling up onto balls of feet and then pressing heels towards the mat. Roll up onto balls of feet again. Press heels towards the mat. And then slowly walk or find your way up to the top of your mat. Big or little bend in your knees. We'll fold from the hips, bring the belly to the thighs. Hands to the mat, or you can grab a hold of the elbows. Give the head a gentle nod and shake. Maybe the hips a gentle sway. Maybe the arms a little gentle sway here. And then bring yourself to center. We'll take hands to the hips. Press into your feet and lift yourself all the way up to stand. Bringing yourselves into our mountain pose, Tadasana, bringing feet about sitting bone distance, rooting down through the feet, down through the legs, grounding from the waist down, and then from the waist up, lengthening up and reaching up towards the sky. Let's take the palms together at the heart. Breath or two here. And then release hands down. Take hands to the hips. Then we'll roll up onto the ball of the right foot. Begin to roll your right ankle around in some circles here. If you would like, if you feel like you need a little bit of support for this, you could bring a chair in front of you and take hands to rest on the back of the chair, or even hands to rest on the wall. Circling this right ankle around. And then we'll switch the direction of these circles. Alternatively, you could bring in a little balance here and extend the right foot forward and roll the ankle around this way. And then we'll switch it over to the other side, softening through the right knee, rolling up onto ball of left foot, or extending that left leg out in front of you, rolling the ankle around. And then switching the direction of the circles. And then releasing that foot down, softening the knees here. Big or little bend here, hands to the thighs. We'll roll the knees around, nice and easy. If you like, you could even bring the legs together, knees together as you move through this, circling knees around. And then we'll circle the knees around in the other direction. So nice and easy here. Lovingly. Let's bring it back to center. Now step your feet a little bit wider than your hips. And then hands on the hips if you like, knees soft. We'll roll the hips around in one direction, circling the hips. Just Getting into all the major joints here, finding some freedom, some opening, some release. And then we'll switch the direction, roll the hips around the other way. And then bring yourself back to center. You can walk the feet back in, and now we'll roll the shoulder girdle around. Shoulders rolling in one direction, so upper body moving around with the shoulders. And then moving the upper body around in the other direction. And then bring it back to center. And now we'll roll the shoulders forward and up, back and down. A few more times. And then we'll switch the direction of that. So rolling the shoulders back and up, forward and down. And then releasing that. And now we'll roll the head around. If you have any issues with the neck, don't roll the head all the way around. Just roll the chin down to the chest, and then left ear over to left shoulder, chin back through center, right ear over to the right shoulder. So stick with this, nice and easy. Or if it feels okay for your neck, you can gently roll the head all the way around. And then we'll switch the direction. And then bring your head back up. And then we'll roll the elbows around out to the sides. So as we're rolling the elbows around, also again, moving the shoulder girdle, feeling the shoulder blades moving on the back of the rib cage. And you can switch the direction of that. And then we'll roll the wrists around, a few circles with the wrists. And then circle the wrists around in the other direction. And then give the arms a little shake, knees soft. Begin to sway yourself over towards the right, arm swing with you. Sway yourself over towards the left, arm swing with you. Gentle sway from side to side. Keeping the knees nice and soft so you can have a nice big bend in the knees here. And then bring yourself to center, palms together at the heart, Anjali Mudra. And then we'll keep pinky fingers, thumbs together. Pull the other fingers apart, finding a Lotus Mudra. Fingers come back together. That's it for today, folks. Nice and easy, super gentle. I hope it helped. Hope you got to move your bod a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but I hope it helped and you feel good. Thank you so much for sharing this practice with me today with love and gratitude. Namaste.